Celebrating 30 years on the air on WROI is the first federal program. Hosts may have changed, but the program is still the same. Now continuing a long-standing tradition, streaming on the First Federal Facebook page and on WROI. It's time for the First Federal.
And good morning, it is time for the First Federal program for April the 11th as we welcome Todd back into the program. Good morning, Todd, how are you?
Great today, Randy. How are you today?
Hey, we're surviving. First week back from vacation. It's it's a long week, but
we have Taylor Showley with us today, along with Tanner Lee, and 3 of the 4 of us in this room have been on vacation recently.
yeah,
that's nice.
Sorry, Tanner.
Tanner's probably got a golf out there playing soon.
Yes, he'll be fine. I'm sure he'll take care of that golf thing. You know, that's vacation for him.
Back to typical April Indiana weather, it looks like.
Yes, you know, the April showers bring May flowers, they say. So you should have lots of flowers come May.
And it's just warming up, so it's not the other type of precipitation, you know.
Well, there was some of that earlier in the week, but yes.
I think we've made it out.
Yes,
for now.
Hopefully, no more.
We're on the spring side of the calendar, right?
That's the hope.
A couple of things happening in the area. JCAP had their graduation last week. That's the Jail Chemical Addiction Program. It's the 4th class they've had. Congratulations to Joe Oliver and Ryan Carpenter for graduating. Did a good job. There's lots of people in the community that volunteer for that. So thank you everybody in the community that helps out with that. And the bank's involved with that too. And Joe and Ryan we wish them success at the program.
It's a good program.
Yes. Masters time, of course.
Oh, yes.
Talking a little bit about that today.
You know it's spring when the Masters comes, so it's always a good thing.
I didn't realize that Hurricane Helene had impacted Augusta. I was just reading this morning on it. There were 1,500 trees that were down.
Oh, that's a lot.
And I actually met somebody from Augusta a couple of days ago and was talking with her, and there's some neighborhoods that were kind of level this seems like. So I didn't realize there was that much damage.
Did not either.
When I read about it in the Masters, though, it kind of relates to the trivia question, which we're going to have in a little bit, is that there are some trees down that could challenge some people if they want to take a shortcut, like in a narrow gap, that they could do that now because the towering pine is no longer there. It'll be interesting to see if, I don't know what holes are on, or like if the TV commentators will probably commentate about that when they see that.
I'm sure they'll have something on it, I'm sure. Especially when somebody tries to take the shortcut.
When I play golf and like there's a tree in the way, I usually try to aim right for it because I never hit it straight.
Oh, I don't have to aim for it. I know I'll hit it, so.
But that gets into the trivia question today.
I'm sure it's a good one.
What former U.S. president had a tree named after them at Augusta National Golf Club?
Ooh.
Dwight Eisenhower, Theodore Roosevelt, Woodrow Wilson, or Warren G. Harding?
Tanner, come on.
You can play along too, Taylor. We don't have to answer now. We're going to answer this at the end of the
think about that.
It'll be a pure guess.
Yeah,
Sometimes that's the best one.
A, B, C, or D.
That's where I'm at today.
So you want to talk about the Masters a little bit?
Yeah,
Taylor?
sure. It was interesting you were talking about the shortcut. I know one of them, they're saying on hole 10, they think if somebody wanted to, they can cut the corner now over the cabins there. Nobody's tried it yet, but they think today could be the day, especially if somebody's got to miss the cut. They might just
try it,
rip back to see what happens. So
or if they might need it.
Yeah, exactly. So it might be fun to watch a few people try today.
Yeah, because that's probably a stroke if you do it.
Yeah, it's definitely an advantage, but if you don't, it could be a stroke the other way. So, but yeah, 1 round down, 3 to go. A lot can still happen. Justin Rose is out in the lead. Amongst the active field, he's probably done about, besides Rory McIlroy, he's probably done about more at Augusta National without winning than anybody else in the field. Future Hall of Famer probably, U.S. Open champ, Ryder Cup legend for Europe. Good guy, so it's easy to root for him. I don't think he'll win it, but he's off to a good start.
Yep. He's due. He's due.
Yeah.
If anybody's due, I mean, like you said, he's done
I
like rounds 1 and 2.
Ludwig Obar. It's only his second Masters he's played in. He finished runner-up last year.
Okay.
He's 4 under, 6'5", 25 years old. Just looks the part. So, and I like the way he played yesterday. So if I had to pick somebody, I think I'd pick him.
Yeah.
I was traveling yesterday, so I had a chance to listen to golf on the radio, which I think that seems such.
It makes you really picture something.
I was gonna say, yeah.
They are very good about describing it, and you hear all the shots, like the swings, the swishes, and the birds in the background. But they were talking on there, like going into yesterday, Rory was one of the favorites because he's won 2 events already.
Sure. Yep. It's first time in his career. He had won 2 events previously coming into Augusta. Of course, this is the one major he's never won. It's 11 years now since Rory's won a major championship, which is just hard to believe because he won 5 pretty quickly, or 4 pretty quickly in his career. No, 5. And then everybody's like, he's got to at least get to 10. Well, it's been 11 years now, so that pressure builds up more and more every year.
So hopefully the highlight of his week won't be in a par 3 tournament where his 4-year-old daughter made like a 60-foot putt.
Right. So he's hoping that's not the highlight, but it might be. He finished even yesterday, 2 double bogeys down the stretch, which is not good. So I think there's been only one champion ever to have 2 double bogeys during their week and go on to win. So history's not on the side.
No, today's flat panel color TVs are made for watching golf.
Yes.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
And I've never been to Augusta. That's top of my bucket list. I entered the lottery every year. I just have never won. My dad's went down to a practice round. Everybody that I've talked to that's been there said TV doesn't do it justice either. So it sounds like it's about the best of the best down there. So.
I know a lot of people. They seem to make it for a practice round.
Right. That's the best way to see the course.
Yeah.
With during practice rounds. So maybe one of these days. Maybe I'll hit that lottery one of these days.
I entered last year for the first time.
Did you?
Yeah.
I want to tell you, like, you can't write one. You know?
I'd be happy for it.
45 years.
I know it's possible. So I actually do know
I
a
did
couple
not win.
friends who have one, so I do know it's possible.
I did not win.
I think it's 13 years going for me, and it hasn't happened yet. But I'll keep trying. So, baseball's underway.
Oh yes.
MLB. Cubs are off to a pretty good start.
Well, usually they do start well.
Not last year, though.
Well, no,
last year they
did.
played bad in
Yeah.
April and May, and then got kind of hot, but it was too late.
So now we'll see if they can
Keep
flip
it
the script
going.
or they can keep it going there.
I always say I'm not going to get invested, but I
You're
did check the
invested, okay.
standings yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I did see they were first place.
Their bullpen's struggling, but the offense is good. They do have one starting pitcher. Justin Steele got injured already. So, we'll see.
Well, I didn't look. How's the White Sox doing compared to last year?
Well, they started off 2-1.
Yeah.
That's about the only positive thing I can say.
All right. So
They woke up.
they're back to normal.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
pretty bad.
Did I see something like the over/under on their game wins was like really low?
Really low.
Yeah.
It's
60 or 80 or something like that.
I think it might be
60.
tops at 60. It might be in the 50s.
Oh, jeez.
They were historically bad
Yeah,
last
right.
year.
Oh,
62.
yeah. And they don't think they did much in the offseason.
Oh, no.
No.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
Sell.
Yeah.
Too much baseball revenue coming in where they can afford to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But baseball's a long season, a long ways to
yeah.
go. So there'll be a lot of teams that look good in April and May and aren't even in it come playoff time,
Yeah.
and then vice versa. So, and then high school spring sports, there's been a lot of rescheduling, cancellations
yeah.
with the weather. But
Missing a few, but that's spring for you.
Zebra baseball's off to a good start.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not just beating people; they're putting it to people more times than not. And,
Heard Johnny talk about Rochester girls
Yeah.
softball winning last night
Yeah.
against
We got a
Plymouth.
big win
Yeah.
in Plymouth. So
So
I know both are playing this weekend. So the guys are down at the Howard County Invitational today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tonight and tomorrow, and then the girls are in a tournament tomorrow as well.
yeah.
And there's track and things like that.
Track's
going on.
off to-
Girls
yeah.
tennis.
Getting going, girls
Tennis.
tennis, yep. So,
Golf.
yep, and I saw Rochester's looking for a boys tennis coach. If anybody out there
Okay.
is interested, they're looking for a boys tennis coach.
By the way, Chris Taylor.
Yeah.
you said-
No.
I got some tidbits here with me this morning. On this day, 1907, the New York Giants, then a baseball team, their future Hall of Fame catcher, Roger Bresnahan? I don't know.
That's so good. Bresnahan.
Yeah, Bresnahan, sure. Became the first catcher to wear shin guards. That was in 1907. So
Wow.
before that, they were just
Taking a beating.
letting
So you
the
can
ball
sit
sit their
around there
shins.
thinking like, "Man, my legs really hurt. What can I do to help this out?"
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Did the shin guards or the mask come first? I don't know.
That's a
The
good
mask
question.
would be first. in
I
my
would think
mind.
the mask would be first, yeah. Probably nothing like today's, but
Yeah.
On this day, 1976, the Apple I computer, created by Steve Wozniak, was released.
Apple One.
Apple's, I don't even know
Yeah.
what level of laptops they're on now.
Yeah, no kidding.
It was 50 years ago, basically, that just
Yeah.
turned the tide for the world to be personal computers. And
Yeah.
hard to believe it's almost 50 years ago.
Wow.
Seems like a long time in history, but just think about how much has happened. in that
That's a
time.
good point. Good point. Then on this day, 2012, the Avengers premiered, and that franchise is still going strong,
Still
just
going,
printing money,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah, today's National Barbershop Quartet Day,
There you go.
National Pet Day, that's always a good one, National Poutine Day. You ever had poutine,
No.
anybody?
No.
I think I've had, I don't know what it is.
It's popular in Canada. It's like French fries with gravy.
Oh, yeah.
You can get it with cheese curds and all kinds of things.
So like French fries with sausage gravy over the top?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yep. So, I haven't had it, but I'm interested in trying it if I ever find a place to have
Yeah.
it. 'Cause it sounds good to me.
Well, if you can't find poutine, you can do the cheese fondue pretty
That's
easily,
true.
too.
Yep. It's National Cheese Fondue Day. Yeah. National Ranch Water Day. That's a alcoholic drink for anybody out there not familiar with that. National Submarine Day. National Marketing Operations Appreciation Day.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't put that one first.
Well, you know, yeah, that one in there. National 8-track Tape Day.
Oh, the old 8-track.
That's a little before me. I remember CDs, but
I remember seeing 8-tracks in the car. Dad.
8-track tapes, you got a great song on, changes right in the middle to the next track because it's 8-track, you know? So like, you're humming right along, and you gotta pause,
go
pick it
back.
up again, yeah.
It is National Living Donor Day.
Good one.
Any of those days excite you, Taylor?
Yeah, all of them. I love Pet Day. My
Yeah,
dog's
Pet
the
Day.
best.
That's true.
There you go.
Facebook star.
She really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She is.
she's the queen of my household and this county.
On Facebook page, is that right? Is it-
Does she
Dog-
have her own Facebook
Yeah.
page? She doesn't, but she has an Instagram.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So if somebody wanna follow, do you publicly say
If
that?
she knew that we were plugging her on the radio right now, it would go straight to her head.
That's fair. I like that.
Yeah.
So upcoming events, tomorrow night, the Y Store returns to the Times Theater. For the Y Store, Music's Life, that's their theme. They've been around since the late 70s, early 80s. I remember my fraternity had them at an ice cream social playing
Oh, really?
at IU.
That's
Probably
cool.
1981-ish, 2-ish.
That's cool.
Yeah. So they're a good band. If you have interest, go out and see them. Ike will kick it off at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:45, and my store comes on stage at 8 o'clock. Also, Friends of Fulton County Parks will be giving trees away on May 3rd at 9 o'clock. We're going to have them as a guest in a couple of weeks too. So talk about opportunity to pick up some trees if you're interested. Money news now. All I can say is if you have a financial advisor, just before you take any action, go talk to them.
Yes.
And,
Good advice.
you know,
Hang in there.
Yeah.
hang in there.
Yeah,
If you have a financial plan, it's probably good to stick to that financial plan and talk for the advice of your financial advisor before you make any
The
decisions.
best advice is just don't look at it.
Speaking of financial advisors, if you have any interest in that, Mark Blubaugh and Brian Bell at the bank of Financial Services Division, be happy to sit down and talk to you. You can call Wendy Piper, make an appointment. They're attuned to what's going on in the market and have knowledge and experience and will help you logically think through this and what you should do or not do. So
No, they've been pretty busy.
Yeah, I bet they have that.
we ask that you seek out Mark or Brian. They're really good people and be happy to help you out. So we're open today from 8:30 to 5, tomorrow from 8:30 to noon. You can always bank with us 24/7 with our ATM or online with us through our mobile app, which is free to download.
And I should mention our Winnemac branch will be closed tomorrow.
Thank you, yeah.
Yes.
We're going through some major remodeling. We've gutted Winnemac and Bremen from basically to the bare walls, and we've stayed open during this time for the most part. We just had to close Bremen for an afternoon, and we're closing Winnemac tomorrow, unfortunately, but the whole branch will be closed tomorrow because there's some major construction going on in the teller lobby area. So we apologize that to our customers, but you can bank online, go to an ATM. We'll be happy to here to help you in Rochester if you have a need to. So thanks for reminding me.
Yep.
Mortgage loans still our primary business. We've got Ben Dalton and Stacy Wilson and our Rochester branch, and Ryan Austin and a Winnemac branch. Now's the time of the year if you're thinking about upgrading, remodeling, anything else. Good time to check out mortgage loans. Rates are kind of moderating down just a tad. That's kind of not a banking term, but just it's a good time of year. It seems like we've stabilized rates a little bit. So if you're interested in a mortgage loan, refinancing, or buying new, give Ben, Stacy, or Ryan a call. We'd be happy to help you out. Commercial loans are still going strong. We have a great person, Zach Reuter, who leads our commercial loan functions. Happy to talk to you about any type of commercial loan you want. And we mentioned Mark and Brian are here to help you out. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on X, Instagram, LinkedIn, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We are FDIC insured and an equal housing lender, and our NMLS number is 399927.
And that makes it legal in time now for the meat of the program and the fun part.
We welcome friend of the show, Taylor Showley. You've been on several times with us.
Yeah, thanks for having
She's
me.
a radio superstar.
I am not a morning person, and I went to bed early to make sure I was ready to go.
You didn't want to oversleep,
I
right?
really did.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. So you're ready to go,
I'm
right?
ready to go. Let's do it.
We're here to talk about the Outlet Youth Center.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us a little bit of history of the Outlet Youth Center? I mean, it's
Yeah.
amazing how many years have passed, really. But
Yeah, the days go by quick. What I love about the origin of the outlet is it came from a student project at school. I mean, the kids really started it themselves. It was made out of the JAG program. They were presenting a school project. I'm not sure what the project actually was, but we had some community judges. One of them was Terry Lee, and he kind of took it and said, "Would you guys actually want something like that?" And they said, "Yeah, that's why we did it." And there were some community conversations, and from those, the board of directors was formed, and then they got a building, and they got funding, and here we are.
so what year was that
That was
about?
about 2019.
2019. Okay, so we're talking 6 years now.
Yeah.
And it's evolved and prospered a lot, and a lot of things have changed, but a lot of things are
Yeah.
better. And
Yeah, we've grown quite a bit.
so the mission of the Outlet Youth Center, what
Yeah.
is my mission and goal?
Yeah, so I should know our mission statement by
I'm
heart,
sorry,
but I don't. It's okay. I think it's really long. But the crux of it is to offer a safe space for Fulton County preteens and teens. And to give them just a positive environment, give them positive influence in their life, to ultimately they grow up, become contributing members, happy adults who are giving back to their community here in Fulton County.
So sometimes there's idle time after school, but this is an
Oh, yeah.
after-school program that
It is.
provides a resource and opportunity to go to the Outlet Youth Center and
Yeah.
get involved with some things. And
Mhm.
for the people that don't know where the Outlet Youth Center is, why don't you remind our listeners?
Yeah, so we're on Apache Drive, right there at the end of Rauch Place. I think did you say it Rauch? I think?
Yeah.
Yeah. At the old Schnabeltier building, which they donated to us.
We're
And
very grateful to the
oh
family
man,
for that.
every day, if we question what we do, we go, God gave us a building. We are here for a reason. So we're down there kind of behind Burger King, behind Wendy's, behind the Winning Edge, right there at the end of that lane.
With new access off of 14.
Oh man. Oh, it's been a game changer.
And that new access was really important too, because
Oh, yeah.
that's a direct shot from the school basically
Yes.
to get there
Yep, it's right on the other side of that field.
in a safe way basically, instead of having
Yes.
to take the old roundabout way.
Well, the kids aren't cutting through somebody's yard or sidewalks. There's,
Or a cornfield.
yeah.
Yeah,
So very nice.
yeah. We had to buy a bike rack because kids can ride their bikes now. You know, it's walkable. And I have threatened them within an inch of their lives to look both ways 18 times before crossing 14. But I will say, people have been really cognitive of that intersection. Cars are really good.
And the city's put up the flashing barricades,
Yes.
which is really nice.
Really nice. And I mean, I've seen Rochester school buses stop traffic
Yeah.
to let kids cross the road there. So
So be extra safe if you're in that area.
Yes.
They have a couple of those through towns and crosswalks, so if you see
Yep.
those, state law to stop if there's somebody in the crosswalk. So
Absolutely.
please do
You know,
that.
Mayor's talk too. He's working with the state. Of course, anything involved federal or state, it's a long process. But working on getting some more signage and
Yep.
different things there.
Yep,
So
we're thankful that it's there and that people are aware of it and working on it, and we're just so grateful to have it.
So you said, what age groups can come to the outlets? You
So
said
we are 6th through 12th grade.
6 through 12, okay.
Yeah, the majority of the kids we have are more middle school, lower high school. But our older kids started with us when we first opened, and they were in middle school, and they're still coming.
You have a great core group of kids that are
Yeah, so we're interested to see how that landscape continues to change as these kids get over, and hopefully we'll have that full spectrum here in a few years.
So what's a typical after-school day in the life of somebody that's coming
Yeah.
to the outlet? You said?
So we pack a lot into 2.5 hours. We do have a 15-passenger van. So Kaya Mason, our assistant director, and I, one of us who switch on and off, we'll go pick up the kids. Parking lot, we have our own spot. Kids jump on, or they walk and they run. They get there, they have a snack. They get one bag of chips, a sweet, and a Capri Sun or water. You've got it down. Then they
Everybody can use an after-school snack.
Oh yeah, is the snack ready? What do we have? It's the best part of the day. I disagree. Anyway, and they just kind of hang out. You know, a group of kids will go outside and start playing football. Some kids will go straight to the pool table. Yesterday,
Board games, study
Oh.
tables, things like that.
anything you could think of. We got art room. There's a bunch of STEM activities in there. Ping pong, basketball, pool, tons of couches. It's not uncommon to find a student asleep, which I love because you don't fall asleep unless you're in a comfortable, safe place.
And that's what it is. That's the key about a comfortable, safe place.
Absolutely.
Where
Yep. So we
people
had a
can
kid.
avoid trouble.
We had a kid asleep yesterday, and we take one run at 4 o'clock because that's when the tension gets out. So we'll pick up another group of kids and take some others to practices and things. And he was asleep and woke up at about 4:20. He goes, "Did I miss the bus?" I was like, "Oh yeah, but we'll take you. It's okay." So then we're hanging out, and we have some sort of structured activity every day. So Mondays we'll do an art club. Tuesdays we've been making TikToks. We think we're
Okay.
really funny, so follow our TikTok, the Outlet Youth Center. Wednesdays, Doug Morton comes and plays chess with kids.
That's nice.
They love Doug. We've also started Wilderness Wednesdays. We'll go somewhere on a walk. You know, we've been out to Prairie Edge, Judy Burton, the hospital, the library. Just get outside and walk. And then Thursdays, just kind of a hangout. Well, we try to play some board games and things like that. And then about 4:30, kids eat dinner. We have
That's
it at,
something that's unique that you brought in. It wasn't there originally, but now it is, right?
yeah, we noticed when we were at our old location, kids were stealing food. And when they were eating snacks, they were food guarding, and those are top tell signs of food insecurity. So kind of combated that, and we're like, okay, they need a full meal. And we have an amazing volunteer, Geraldine Hines, who cooks every day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she was out sick last week, and the kids were like, chicken nuggets again. So, I mean, she is just wonderful, and the community is great at donating meat. And actually, the United Way gives money so that we can buy our groceries every year, which is a lot of our.
The Outlet Youth Center is the United Way agency, and
Yeah.
thank you for the work you do. We
Yeah.
appreciate that. And
Yeah,
United Way is happy to help. So if you
Yeah.
support United Way, you're supporting the Outlet Youth Center.
absolutely, feeding our kids.
Taylor, there's opportunities for people too to buy pizza and do different things for
Oh, yeah.
for the group as well, right?
I will tell you, it's $115.93 to buy some night of pizza. Geraldine does not cook on Mondays, and typically it's a pizza night. So, but we love people to come in, bring food. You know, I've had businesses bring in crock pots, or they've just given me a monetary donation to buy the kids pizza.
If somebody's interested in doing that, should they arrange that through you so we don't have
Yes.
3 people bringing pizza?
Absolutely. Please
Kids
let
will
me
like
know.
that. They'll take the pizza, right?
Oh yeah, so you can plan ahead. And there's never too much food. We always send it home with kids. None of it ever goes to waste.
But that food insecurity is a major
Oh,
issue.
it's huge. I mean, and I none of us are food insecure. You know, we have stable homes, But even when you're hungry,
Yeah.
how can you think? You know, that's all you think about. Oh, I gotta eat. You don't feel good. But when that's constant on a kid's mind, I mean, how are they successful at school? How is their emotional well-being? I mean, it's just so hard. So that's just a little something we can do. Have a full belly. Go be a kid. Don't worry about that kind of stuff.
So it takes a village to run the outlet youth center, right?
It absolutely does.
There's yourself and you have another paid staff, right?
Yes, our assistant director, Kaya Mason, she's part-time. She's been an amazing addition. She was with us yesterday, and somebody said she's actually coming up on her 1-year anniversary. And somebody just met her for the first time and looked at me and said, "You could not have found a more perfect person." And I said, "Oh, I'm fully aware." She's wonderful. Fits right in.
So like Randy was mentioning, you need volunteers, right?
Always need volunteers.
And it could be just playing a board game with somebody for an hour.
Oh, it's so easy.
Yeah.
People are afraid of kids, which I understand. They are a little scary. But all they need is, go out and play football with them. Go sit and make a friendship bracelet. Go sit and color. Go sit, and they just want to know that somebody cares about their day. That's literally all it takes.
So I know you've kind of ebbed and flowed with number of people participating. What's kind of like a standard day this time of year?
So this time of year, we're about 25, 30 kids a day.
Okay.
In the fall, we were closer to 40, but track's going on right now, and that takes a large range of kids, which is great. We want them to go be involved in things. That's what helps them grow and learn. But 30 kids is a good number.
And you provide transportation too, so there's really, if there's a concern about, well, how are you going to get from here to there, you guys take care of that.
Yep, we do, and we take them home at the end of the day.
And I see you out my walk, so you usually give me a wave.
I usually do. Yep, Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
We'll go out 5-mile radius. If you're outside of that, we can't do that right now. But I'll take kids home from Olson Road down to Wabash and everywhere in between. So
Kind of neat too. I know in the fall you talked about fall time numbers are bigger, but on Friday night home games,
yeah,
the 5th quarter.
Yeah, we're bringing it back this year.
Awesome.
We're doing little
Kind
campfires.
of a neat thing to do for the kids after the game to hang
So
out.
it's post-game, that's cool.
Yes. And the whole idea is let's offer kids another option to, some of the things maybe they shouldn't be doing. So that is actually why it's an after-school program, because statistics show between school and dinner, that's when kids get in trouble. So we're offering another option to try to combat that, and after big football games is another one of those times. So
if you're a student interested, how do they learn more?
How do they learn
Just
more?
come out and see you, right?
Yeah. Most of the kids we get are just talking to their friends.
Friends of a friend.
Yep, and the school has been so great to us, and they let us come in and we talk about it. But most of them will message us through TikTok or Instagram. Hey, can I come today? Hey, come on over. Give me your parents' email address. It's just so I know that you're allowed to be here.
And if you're an adult, we have a great spirited community and volunteerism.
Oh yeah.
And if you're looking for something else to do, check out the outlet youth center.
Yeah,
There's plenty of opportunities.
And even if you really don't want to be with kids, there is always something to do at the outlet and help out.
Taylor, I know you mentioned earlier you wanted to talk about. Don't forget to talk about an outlet project that is cool for the kids, especially once baseball season gets started here.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up pictures so I make sure I don't.
Thank you, Randy. I almost forgot that.
I don't miss it. Christina Hughes runs the sports locker at the Outlet Youth Center. She's the athletic trainer with the schools. She has such an amazing heart. She started this program a few years ago. It's really grown. Baseball and softball for kids is so expensive. You got to buy the cleats, you got to buy the helmet, the gloves, the bags, the pants, the socks, because every team's a different color.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do it all again next year, but in different sizes. So the idea of the sports locker was you come, you get your size for free, and then you exchange it at the end of the season for the next size, just to kind of help combat the cost of. You just want kids to be involved.
So if you need shoes, come out and check it out. If your kids have grown on to a couple of different sizes, and there's a resource to.
And if you have sizes laying in your house that you just don't know what to do with, we will take it for you and add it to our locker. It's out at our barn. It's kind of next to our building. We're actually open tonight from 6 to 8 o'clock, and then we've got 3 other days in April it'll be open, a Wednesday and a couple other Saturdays. So we keep posting about that. But Christina runs that. That is her baby. She does such a good job. And also the Winning Edge has been so supportive of that, giving us some overstock. They've purchased some things to help beef that up a little, just based on what people really need.
Cool, awesome.
I know you did a couple other things, like you had a broad day yesterday.
We
right?
did. It's a holiday at RHS. It's the best day of the year. We had a blast. We get a bunch of feminine products from I Support the Girls completely free. They have a warehouse in Indianapolis. This is the 5th year we've done it. I was actually writing down all of our sponsors because I didn't want to make sure I forgot them. But we get sponsors to ensure that every girl gets a free bra. So if we run out of a size, we write it down. I'll probably buy it next week and we'll deliver it to them at school. But our sponsors this year was Roach Boutique, Rochester Realty, Salt Family Medicine, Destinations by Donna, all businesses women owned, which I loved. And we had about 30 volunteers throughout the day help put that on. We had people from DCS, Smith Smith, RTC, the Busy Bells Club, the Community Foundation, and the Sciote Sorority.
So there's so much going on at the Outlet Youth Center. I mean, there's something for everybody there.
Something for
For
everybody.
volunteers, for youth, for participation. Get involved, that's our recommendation.
It is so fun. I mean, it is a fun place to volunteer.
Anything else you'd like to add as we kind of wrap down the Outlet Youth Center discussion?
Yeah, I just, make sure you're following our newsletter. You can find that on our website, theoutletyouthcenter.org, and anything else you need to know, hopefully is on there.
Thank you, Taylor,
Thanks for
Showley,
having
for
me,
all
yeah.
you do for the community and
Yeah,
your staff and leadership, and you're doing great things to keep up the great work.
I appreciate it, Todd, thank you.
So trivia time, you can play.
Okay.
What former U.S. president had a tree named after them at Augusta National Golf Club? Eisenhower, Roosevelt, Wilson, Harding. A, B, C, or D?
I'm going with C, Wilson.
Woodrow Wilson.
Just to be different than you, I'll say Eisenhower.
Eisenhower. Okay, and the answer is Dwight Eisenhower.
Oh,
Took
look
it
at
a
you
prize?
go.
Unfortunately,
You get to brag,
All
you're the
right.
winner.
in 2014, the Eisenhower tree was removed after ice storm damage.
Oh,
It was called the Eisenhower tree because he would often complain about the tree being in his way while playing at Augusta National. So who hasn't complained about a tree being in their way?
I probably got a tree on several courses named after me.
Yeah, so, thank you, Taylor. Good,
Yeah.
good guess. Outshined Randy. this
That doesn't take much.
Well, thank you, everyone. Have a great week.
Thank you.
Happy Friday.